barrel. We are learning today that a pipeline rupture in Illinois is impacting your wallet right here in West Michigan. The spill is in Romeoville, and it's still gushing. Enbridge Energy owns the pipe. That's the same company responsible for the West Michigan oil spill in Calhoun County. They are still working right now to plug that leak there. In the meantime, that spill is driving up the price of gasoline for you. Brian Sterling is at the live desk right now with more on the impact. Brian?
Yeah, Sue, take a look at this temperature map that we have put together here. This looks like it could be something for a fall color tour, but it's not. Prices in our area have shot up anywhere from 10 to 25 cents over the past few days to nearly $3 a gallon now in many places around the area. And local fuel supply analysts say it's all because of this Illinois spill. Enbridge Energy dealing with that. Patrick DeHaan, GasBuddy.com, joining us now to talk a little bit more about this. Why this particular pipeline? Why is it having an impact on us?
It carries a lot of crude oil to refineries that we rely on in the Chicago area, 3 major refineries, and of course it has to affect all 3 of them. The rupture occurred just upstream from the first refinery that we rely on, and so all 3 of them are having to try and find sources of crude oil now. That has implications because those refineries will obviously be producing less gasoline, and so there's a concern from a supply standpoint suddenly that not enough gasoline may reach us here in the West Michigan market.
At the heart of it, it's a supply issue, but is this something that the drivers around here are going to be feeling for some time to come as we head into fall and then winter?
Well, it's something that we could feel for several weeks yet. It just really depends on how quickly they can repair the pipeline, how long this problem goes on. Really don't foresee it going into October, November, but they're in a sensitive area with a lot of utilities underground. It may very well play out for several weeks and maybe a month or more.
I don't think until that spill down in Marshall and in the Kalamazoo River we realized how big of a player Enbridge Energy is with these pipelines throughout the country and around the Midwest, and how much we depend on some of this fuel coming through those pipelines.
That's right. A lot of the fuel coming right from Alberta, Canada, and actually Canada is the biggest exporter to the United States. So we're increasingly reliant on these pipelines coming from Canada to the Midwest for our oil supply. So, it's something that hopefully won't impact us anymore in the future.
Patrick, what are some tips for drivers? What can they do to maybe cut back a little bit or improve their fuel efficiency?
Well, just that, you got to cut back a little bit. The more demand that motorists can cut in the next few days and weeks will go a long way to solving any supply problems, cutting back now before the problem is even worse. But beyond that, obviously just driving defensively instead of offensively, slowing down a bit, and making sure your tires are filled with air, obviously, to the proper levels. It can really go a long way to making sure you get your advertised fuel economy.
That reminds me. That's something I've got to do.
There you go.
10 to 25 cents. Some of these prices have jumped up just over the past week. We're watching it for you. Patrick DeHaan with GasBuddy.com. Thanks for coming in.
You bet.